allegedly assaulting and killing 2 people in a house on Grant Street. Authorities would not tell us what type, if any, weapons were involved. We'll have a reporter on the story, and we'll keep you updated with the latest information on KOMU 8 News first at 5 and on our website, KOMU.com. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration has cited a Jefferson City roofing contractor for an incident in August that left 1 worker dead. The 47-year-old man collapsed on his 3rd day on the job while installing roofing materials at Helias High School. OSHA says the man was hospitalized and later died with a core body temperature above 107 degrees. The employer, Weathercraft Incorporated, was cited with 1 serious violation. Here's what's happening right now. President-elect Donald Trump is meeting with President Obama and Mrs. Obama in the nation's capital. NBC's Edward Lawrence tells us how President Obama plans to set the same transitional tone that he received 8 years ago. We will continue to keep you updated with information from the Capitol throughout the day. A nonpartisan lecture tonight on MU's campus could help people make sense of the presidential election. Political analyst Thomas Frank will discuss what he thinks led to Trump's victory and hold an audience Q&A. Trump is now calling for national unity, but that might be difficult due to the divisive nature of the 2016 campaigns. The MU Peace Studies program director says people with different views have to reach a consensus before having healthy conversations.
We have to agree on what the facts are about public opinion, about cultural trends, about demographic trends. All these things are the building blocks of politics and political discussion.
This free event will be from 7 to 9 p.m. in MU's Tate Hall. Anti-Trump protesters across the nation are continuing to show their disapproval of these election results. Police say demonstrations on the West Coast were peaceful for the most part, but some did become violent. There was a candlelight march in San Francisco's Castro district. Oakland police say about 7,000 protesters marched through the city. Officers say some smaller groups vandalized businesses and threw rocks and bottles at police. Protesters in Los Angeles lit a Trump head effigy on fire. Protesters in New York City are also taking to the streets to show their disapproval of the election results. What started as hundreds of protesters has grown to thousands marching to Trump Tower and calling him a fascist and referencing the KKK. The 2 groups were chanting anti-Trump slogans such as "Not my president." One small group apparently burned the U.S. flag in the street outside of Trump Tower. We're even seeing people take to the streets across the globe. People in Sydney, Australia, are concerned about what the new U.S. president-elect will mean for them. Their reaction, like other Western governments, are unsure whether Trump will follow through on his campaign pledges, some of which could change the post-war order. The Dow Jones Industrial Average hit an all-time intraday high today. Just after the open, the Dow Jones traded more than 100 points higher. It was down more than 800 points in after-hours trading Tuesday. The rally surprised investors, especially considering it was right after the election. The gains could be a record closing price for the Dow if they hold into the close today. 5 people were shot outside a convenience store in Seattle yesterday. Police say an argument escalated quickly when the suspect walked away from a group of people and then fired at them. The 5 victims sustained gunshot wounds to their chest, neck, and legs. Several of the victims were simply bystanders caught in the crossfire. Officials today are still searching for a lobster fisherman whose boat capsized off the coast of Southern California. They say he was one of 5 people on the 24-foot-long boat when a large wave overtook it last night. San Diego lifeguards were able to rescue 4 of the victims. Authorities say the 4 rescued victims were wearing life jackets, but the man they were searching for was not. We saw some pretty chilly temperatures onto the drive to work this morning and overnight. Let's see what we can expect for the rest of the afternoon. We'll send it over to Tori Stepanek. If you are a veteran or the surviving spouse of a veteran, you could be eligible to receive monthly financial help that can go towards disability expenses. KOMU 8's Louise Rodriguez is in the newsroom to tell us how you can benefit.
The Callaway County Public Library will be hosting an information session tonight about pension programs that are available to wartime veterans and the surviving spouses of wartime veterans. The non-service connected disability pension and the death pension are programs meant to help those eligible meet the minimum level of financial security as defined by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. An example of where these funds can be used includes help paying for personal assisted daily living or an assisted daily living community. These programs can provide up to $1,800 a month for veterans, $2,100 a month for a married veteran living with their spouse, and up to $1,150 a month for spouses of deceased veterans. For the man running the information session, it's an opportunity to give back to those who deserve it.
If you're a veteran, come and find out about a pension that you have earned for your service to our country.
The info session will be tonight at the Callaway County Public Library in Fulton from 6 to 7. To learn more information and see if you're eligible, visit KOMU.com.
Another phone scam is happening in Columbia. This time it's targeting small businesses. Columbia police say scammers are calling people claiming to be with the city's water and light department. When the scammers call, they're telling businesses they have a utility bill to pay over the phone or their electricity will be turned off. The city confirmed the calls are not coming from the city, and it warns against giving out personal information.
If somebody thinks they're going to have their utilities shut off, that's kind of a motivation to say, oh my gosh, I need to give some money.
Ask for payments over the phone. Coming up this week marks the one-year anniversary of the protest that rocked MU's campus and grabbed national attention. Hear from one of the members of Concerned Student 1950 about how he feels 1 year later.